Good morning.
Good morning. How was your week?
Week was great. I had a really busy week. Put a duplex down under contract in Wrigleyville, and took a new listing for a South Loop 1-bedroom plus den for $315,000. I don't have any more details on that, but we'll have something for you next week. So that was my week. Very busy. How about you? What is going on in the Kyle world?
The Kyle world has been getting some showings for my two listings, one a duplex down and one a condo at the Ambassador House.
Nice.
Which is nice to get some traction. A lot of people are out of town, but still there's some movement going on.
Excellent.
I had a listing appointment for a couple who are thinking of moving to south.
To where?
To South Carolina.
Oh.
And if they decide to pull the trigger and move to South Carolina, I'll have a really darling new listing. About in the high 4s in Old Town.
Oh.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
So I'll miss them, but it'll be a great opportunity for somebody to get a new home.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So last week we teased what we were going to talk about today. We're going to talk about bungalows. And for those of you who may be watching us now, please share this episode with everybody you know, because I have a real barn burner of a listing that's going to close out our show. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's so exciting, but not my listing, just sharing the world with you, okay? That's all I'm going to say. So
shall we start with some, with me sharing some information about Chicago bungalows?
Or no, let's go to your hot sheet. You're going to do.
Oh, we're going to do hot sheet.
Let's do hot sheet.
So now, folks, you're going to come along while I go into the MLS.
This is the behind the scenes, what it
Go
looks
behind the scenes. Ready. Ready. You're behind the scenes with me now. We're going into the hot sheet. Connecting to the MLS. Yes, it's early. It's 6:30 on a Monday morning. This is what happens to you people. All righty. Okay, then we go here, search, hot sheet. And we're going to go 7 days.
in 8033.
And 8033.
We talked about this before. This is realtor speak, but 8033 is the South Loop census tract area.
So, and what do we know about the South Loop? Not a ton of detached singles.
Not a ton of detached singles. Just to give you the geographic perspective, it's from Roosevelt south. So it does not include some of those condos. Well, just basically
houses.
Yeah, there are a few houses located in and around Dearborn Park 2, but that's about it.
Yeah. So a lot of it's going to, so the fact that we see only one canceled detached single, which is a single family home, a big single,
right. Is not a surprise, right?
Not a surprise. And that you see a ton of attached is not a surprise because there's a lot of housing, but not single family homes. So
lots of townhouses as well as condominiums, but mostly.
But those are attached.
Yep, exactly.
So we've got 19 properties went under contract, ranging in price from $299 at 1720 South Michigan to $640,000 at 12
Museum Park, 1201 Prairie. And again, for those of you who know the Chicago skyline, you know the two iconic tall buildings right at Roosevelt and Lakeshore Drive. And then, of course, the newest one next to it is a rental, the Nema, that looks kind of like Sears Tower. They like to stack cigarettes. But the other two, one of those is 1201 Prairie.
Yeah. And so, what we've been talking about, the hottest part of our market is 600 and below. And look at this.
There you go.
100% of attached properties that are under contract this week are in that price range in the South Loop. So that's pretty interesting.
And that is not reflective of the price points or housing stock in that.
No, they go up into a million, over a million.
Well, yeah, and you can see
Condos.
here, what are you in here? Are these the actives or news?
These are the news.
Okay, and you can see we're getting 900, a million, million one listings there.
Yeah. And then price change, you know, they're all over the map, but some, you know, some price changes are $9,000 or $10,000, and some are
Right.
real cuts. Oh, one went up $7,000, right? I like, that's ballsy. That's a good.
Well,
day.
you know what? Sometimes they do, and I can't see what property you're looking at right now, but sometimes they change their mind midstream and they say, you know what? I'm going to include parking, but I'm not going to, you know, increase my price by 20,000. They'll all know I'm crazy. So
here, yeah, this one was increased 8,000, and they,
oh no, that townhouse wouldn't
oh,
have
wait,
added.
it went up, wait, this is incorrect. Wait, hold on. Oh, previous price, new price. Yeah, what are you doing? Why is it showing it as list price, original price? Oh, but they're not showing that it went down even further in between. So
Okay.
this is the original list price. Then they went to 727, and now they're back up to 735. It's a good looking townhouse.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
I find townhouses are a little out of vogue right now.
Why do you say that?
Well, a lot of my clients are telling me that they want to live in a one story, and maybe it's reflective of my age, but they want to be, they don't like the verticalness of a townhouse. And I kind of see that happening where they're taking longer to sell, that because of this desire for the great open kitchen, great room situation, you tend not to have that. You'll have the living room, dining room, and then you have the kitchen eating area in a townhouse. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have that floor plan they want. But I have to tell you then, if you're open-minded, there are some real true bargains in townhomes these days.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents.
I agree. And there's actually a group of townhouses that I really like. They're not listed as townhouses. They're actually listed as, they probably would be called attached, even though they really are a townhouse. They were all developed at the same time. They have every look and feel. Those ones on Delaware, just west of Clark, those really nice ones, they have elevators.
Oh, yes, I know the ones. They're kind of that greenish with the cream color brick.
They're
like
really
those.
good.
Those are nice
over
with
$1
the
million.
round bay in front. Yeah, I like those a lot.
Yeah, but they have an elevator. Not bad. Okay, so just to close this out, the 7 properties closed, 7 attached properties closed. You know, this one that had a list price of $734,900 closed for $757,500.
Probably
What does that
again
tell
including
us?
parking. That's a condo building, so I bet that includes parking. But I like that building. That's a fun building.
But it also tells us that when you price it properly, my guess is there was
Yeah.
more than one buyer.
That
One
could very well could be.
bidding. And
Yeah.
so when you price it properly, it sells for really close to or above this the list price. So
Right.
anywho,
So I want to point out one more while you're on this
another one.
page.
Another bunch. They all sold right about the
1250
list price.
1250 Michigan is right in the middle of your closed. And that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath for $420,000. That is a really good price. That is a building just south of Roosevelt. You're right around the corner from all of the Roosevelt line and all of the, you know, look at this. It's a nice building. And I have clients who are investors in this building. I have a client who put their daughter in here because she was going to graduate school at Roosevelt. It is a really good building. So from an investment standpoint, if you're looking for a first-time home, oh, I put the sweetest young guy in this building. And he bought a 2-bedroom. But look at that, $420,000 would include the parking. It says no there. Oh yeah, it says yes, including parking, 2-bedroom.
And they sold it for $5,100 more
Yeah.
than asking. And it sold in just under 2 months, which is quicker than normal, quicker than average.
Right.
So when you price it right, you do well. Just once again, note to all you potential sellers out there. And then there are 11 attached singles that are ready for closing, that are
Right.
in the pipeline. All the contingencies are gone and it's ready to close. All righty.
South Loop, healthy marketplace, great place to live.
Yes.
Terrific.
Yeah.
We also, over the last few weeks, have been talking about festivals. And I looked up some festivals to see what happens the third week of July, typically when we're not in COVID. And you know what occurred to me is, when's the Gold Coast or the Dearborn Garden Walk? Isn't the Garden Walk about right now?
It's about right now.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't done it the last couple of years.
Is that right? Yeah.
Haven't organized it. I think the leadership sort of let it peter out, which is too bad because that was charming.
That is a great, great event. And then the River North, Taste of River North is a people smacked thing going on, and that, you know, that's not happening this year.
What about the Gold Coast Art Fair? There was one of those.
Oh, yeah.
All over. It wasn't really the Gold Coast.
No, they have it in Butler Field, which just cracks me up, which is more of the Loop, but yeah. Anyhow, I'm just being, you know, that's my moment of nostalgia before we move on to our topic of the day, which is bungalows. So you want to start us off on bungalows?
I sure do. Hold on. All right, sharing the screen again. And here is information. So one of the things that in my research, and first of all, let's be honest, Anne knows much more about bungalows than I do, but I did some research. And what I didn't know is that the bungalow style house started off as a California style house that was adopted and adapted here, weatherized, of course, because the California bungalows are not as brick. So here are the defining characteristics of a Chicago style bungalow. So bungalow refers to a single family home built between 1910 and 1930, and all the houses that I'm going to have for you today fall into the 1920s. It's 1.5 stories, which was interesting because when I was doing a search, I didn't see bungalow as a search term, but I saw 1.5 stories, and of course I clicked that. Face brick with stone trim, low pitched roof with overhang, rectangular shape, narrow at the front and rear ends, longer on the sides, as we can all see here. That's what makes them so distinctive. Generous windows, often with leaded art glass, a full basement, offset front entrance or side entrance. And I'm going to say, as I'm a tall woman, I don't know if you guys can tell that from this, but when I go into a bungalow basement, I can stand up straight easily. I've been going into other old home basements, and I feel very cramped in those basements, but the bungalow basements really were built out to be tall basements. So, okay. So these are the bungalows. And here's just a bunch of different pictures of Chicago style bungalows that are, you know, typical of what you might see. Let's see. Oh, that's it. That's all I got. So there's one.
I love the octagonal ones.
And there, yeah, it's
like your bottom left picture there. They call that an octagonal bungalow.
Yeah. I like all of them. They're great looking. So that's those are bungalows. And then I have, here we go, some bungalows for us to look at. So we have here the first one. So first of all, I went looking and did a search, and the highest priced one was $990,000. And it first of all, it wasn't a bungalow, it was wood. It was calling itself a bungalow, and it was a dump. So, excuse me, nothing is a dump. Somebody might like it.
It was an opportunity.
It was an opportunity, but clearly they didn't want to sell because it was never going to sell at $990,000. But this is actually I think this is actually rather beautiful. It's going back, 6 bedrooms in a bungalow, 3.5 baths for $665 and $1,000 in West Ridge. So here we go. Come on. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. up here.
There you go.
Look at that. It's a
That's
side entrance, you know,
lovely.
the entrance is on the length of it, not on the width. And look how pretty that is. So some of you'll see architectural details that are unusual. This fireplace surround, mimicking the windows, a lot of arch, so very different kind of stuff. This is the living room. And look at those beautiful wood floors. Look at that
Oh,
unusual fireplace surround, and this is a den. I'm just giving you some of just, and you'll often see the dining room bayed out. This one has a bay window giving a little extension, and these really interesting arts and crafts style entryways and some woodwork. We've got a little bit of a popcorn ceiling going. And then look at the floor of this kitchen. Isn't that interesting? Probably original.
that's pretty.
Close to it. Look at that. And there are little tiles in between to give it some creativity. Some of them have been replaced with simple tiles, but it's a very interesting and a good sized kitchen with eat-in. And then it's beautiful sunroom with beadboard on the top, and I mean it's just beautiful. Okay, so that's for $665,000, and then we've got 2449 West Coyle in Rogers Park Manor, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths for $540,000. And it's a different style. Still handsome, but just a different style building. This is got a little bit older kitchen. I believe, no, I did do this, hold on. The first one was built in 1926. This was built in 1925. It's got 3,000 square feet. It was remodeled in 2007. So it looks more like 2007 features. Bedrooms, you see the 2 bedrooms. I think these are on the main floor.
That's typical, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow, they tricked out the basement, didn't they?
Didn't they? Look at that. There's no resemblance to typical style, but it looks like that's great for entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I've noticed in a bunch of these bungalows is they always have a bar down in the basement. Wait, the next one you'll see too. So again, the taxes are really reasonable for a single family home. This one has $6,500 in taxes this year, only with a homeowner's exemption, this one here. The other one is a little bit higher. It's got $9,416 in taxes with a homeowner's and a senior exemption. But that's a huge house, the other one, the first one. Okay, so then the next, so this is the backyard. So the backyard needs some updating. Now, which we don't go to often, Beverly. That's another neighborhood. So first of all, there's a bungalow belt, and they tend to be off the lake, but they run the length of the city. And they tend to be in suburbs other than, of course, Evanston, that are away from the lake. I don't know why that was chosen for these, but anyway, that's what it is. And so this one's in Beverly. I've never been to Beverly. I've lived in Chicago my entire life. I've never been to Beverly. But I know, and I admire a lot of the houses because I've been looking at them.
Beverly's beautiful, yeah.
It's beautiful. So this is at 9737 South Hoyne. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath for $492,500. Look at that.
That's lovely. Yeah.
Also, note to self and note to everyone watching, if you're thinking of selling in the next 6, 8, 12 months, get your pictures taken now.
Oh my gosh, yes. I have somebody going out this Wednesday photographing one of my exteriors for that very reason. Because typically we're on the market in March and we don't have this beautiful greenery in March.
Yes, you've got to take it now. If you're going to, anytime, you will regret if you do not. There's nothing sadder than icicles hanging from a gutter.
And we can do that for you, so let us know.
Yes.
Even if you're thinking in the next 2 years, give us a ring and let's get you set up.
Yeah. So this is a really charming house. It was built in 1924. This has $3,400 in taxes with a homeowner's and senior exemption. So, but again, a lot of the arts and crafts details, look at that, that stained glass.
The stained
uh,
glass is great.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
I'm a sucker for good
And
stained
then
glass.
look at this glass brick is apparently original to the house.
Hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Who would've
Not
thought?
for everyone, but still an architectural detail. And then look at the kitchen, nice big kitchen. There's a staircase leading up to your left that you can't see. I chose the picture without the staircase. And then the upstairs bedroom. Sometimes a
That's your
bungalow,
half story.
this is the half story. And they'll put the master up here.
Yeah.
And again, for everyone, a bar in the basement,
There you go.
with perhaps the original flooring. And then really nice back deck.
That's cute.
So that's what I got for you in bungalows.
All right. Well, I will share with you what I have here.
Exactly.
I will share my desktop. And what I want to share with you first is this is the Chicago Historic Bungalow website. Bungalows in Chicago are iconic, and this wonderful organization started to help preserve our bungalows, and they do lots of things. They help people preserve their homes. They give incentives for preserving your homes. They help with energy savings. They help retrofit these vintage properties so that you can save energy. And then they teach you how to care for your home. Look at the seminars they have: how to maintain it, how to expand your space, how to mitigate basement flooding, do your landscape. They're fabulous. So I wanted to show you, if I can, oh yeah, Chicago Historic Districts. So a lot of, because the bungalow is an historic property, there are lots of different areas where they have made them historic, and then you can get the historic tax freeze and so forth. So you showed us
West Ridge.
West Ridge, which is, well, we got West
Oh,
Ridge here,
right.
and then we've got the one right above it, Rogers Park
Yeah.
Manor, right there.
Yep.
And then the other one was Beverly Way South, which I don't have on this map, but I'm going to show you a couple that I am fond of. Mayfair over here, as you said, away from the lake. Mayfair is a fantastic bungalow, and that's what I'm going to show you first. And then after that, where am I going to go next? I'm going to go to, well, we're going to go to the villa, which is over here, this little triangle here.
Ooh.
I don't remember, but okay. So I just wanted to show you on the map what these all look like.
Okay.
And now we're going to come back to looking at the properties. Oh, Ravenswood Manor. That's the other one I wanted to show.
Yes.
So,
This one isn't on the market, is it?
yeah.
See, I didn't open it.
Oh, no, this one is not. But,
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were showing, and so I wanted to show
Yes,
another.
yes. Good.
bungalow.
Yeah, because I would, you can
Yeah.
see, look at how beautiful that is.
I
So
love these
unusual,
tile
so prairie
roofs
style.
too.
Look at that.
Yeah. 1,290,000, and here's the half story again. And they raised the roof by doing the beams here, which was, I thought, a lovely treatment.
Yeah.
To increase the ceiling height. Okay, so now here's one that's on the market.
Typical
Okay.
Starling.
Kyle, 498,000.
I know.
Okay, and they're typically 2 or 3 bedroom on the main level, and then you can kick it up or you can use the basement for additional space.
Yep. I saw this one. It was great.
Right?
Yep.
How cute is this? Nice kitchen. They've redone the kitchen. You're under 500,000. Oh, okay. We were talking Ravenswood Manor. Do you know what this is? This
No.
is our previous Governor Blagojevich's house. This is what he lived in when he was governor.
He still lives there.
Does he still live there?
I think so.
Okay. Anyway, I just had to throw that in
Violating his
because
privacy.
bungalows are even good enough for a governor.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay,
Typical. Beautiful.
Mayfair. So you saw it on the map, but I'll reiterate. Mayfair is north of Lawrence, 4,800, south of Foster, which is 5,200, and west of Pulaski. So you're far from the lake. This area is really a driving community. It's a great community for people who need to jump on the highway. But just street after street of beautiful bungalows. And look at the price, $340,000,
Unbelievable.
right? How cute is this? Okay, so this is what those basement, or excuse me, attics. I couldn't think of the word. It was a total senior moment. This is what the attic will look like if it hasn't been completed. And you can see the half story there. Okay, now we're going to go. This one is not on the market. This is one of my secret favorite neighborhoods called the Villa, and it's one of the oldest historic neighborhoods in Chicago. They have California bungalows, which brings us back to what you were talking about, which is the wider bungalow. And this is at 3736. If you think of basically 3600 North, 3600 West, right off of the Kennedy, south of Old Irving, that's where this little triangular neighborhood is located. This is a listing I had a few years ago. Isn't that fun? And they, look at the, what did she call it? Tiger maple? Look at that beautiful woodwork.
Oh, it is tiger. That looks exactly like tiger maple.
Isn't it gorgeous?
On those molding.
They just did a magnificent job with this property.
Oh, look at that.
And I know the owner is enjoying it. And look at that kitchen.
Beautiful.
Isn't that fun? And they did spider web. Do you see the spider web windows up here? Isn't that fun? Okay, so now we are ready for me to show you the property that is on the market that is my bonus property of the week, okay? Did you fasten your seatbelt? 3762 Harding. This is in the Villa. This is listed for $495,000.
Huh.
It's on a 25 by 175 lot. So it's an extra deep lot. You know, we're typically 125 deep. Look at that outdoor.
Look at that.
It's like, it's gorgeous, this outside.
Yeah. There's a pool.
Yes, ma'am.
That's an in-ground pool or an above ground?
Well, Tom and I were looking at it last night. I think it's above ground.
I think so too, just because it looks a little bit raised.
Yeah. This is the back.
Wow, what an incredible lot. It's like you're in Berkeley, California. I'm sorry.
Right? I know. This is, I think, the front door.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a couple moments so you can soak it in.
Okay. You're going to have to do some cleanup. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Wowza.
Isn't that amazing? You got the stained glass windows in the front. You got the tapestry going.
All sorts of stained glass.
Yeah. I can't figure out the ceiling. Whether
those
it's
are
wallpaper and panels. It looks like it's paneled. And wait, look at the beautiful hardwood floors, you know, underneath the rug there.
Oh my God.
There's another view of that room. Looking into the dining.
Wow.
It takes a minute to take it all in. I'm just giving you a second to, so many details. Staircase up.
I mean, there is no amount of decoration the word no was never used when decorating. No restraint.
No restraint.
Incredible.
That's the only no, was no restraint. Here's your dining room.
Oh my God.
And the kitchen. Now that's an Aga stove.
Yeah, it is.
Those are not inexpensive.
Those are hugely expensive. You're right.
Yeah. And the big hood.
That's somebody who likes to cook, and that keeps the entire downstairs warm. Wow.
Another view of the kitchen.
I hope this is Christmas time or some sort of festival, that there's all this decoration, because otherwise this is a fire hazard.
The office just off the kitchen.
No, that's the kitchen. Oh, here's the office. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
I pity the person who's gonna have to clear it out before they move out, you know? Wow. That's Rufus is this the bathroom?
Yeah, that's one of the two bathrooms. Yeah.
I love it.
This is, I believe, upstairs.
How far west is Harding?
Well, it's probably about 3,800-ish west because it's right there.
Got it.
Okay, I just have to show you this because this just tickled us.
Is that the toilet? They put
Yes.
seat over the toilet?
Yes. It's a throne. It's a throne, Kyle. My husband didn't see the throne because he was so tickled by the lighting. One light on, one light off, one light gone. It's kind of like hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
My gosh.
That's it. That's it. That is all I have for you today. Well,
That is so precious.
isn't that the best? But I had to show you the other properties in the villa so that you would know that this is not, just the only thing. Actually, in the villa, this is only 24 feet wide because it's a corner lot, but really most every property, if it's not on a corner, it's 50 feet wide. It is a
Cute.
lovely, beautiful area. So here's my thought. What do you think about doing historic neighborhoods next week?
Sounds great.
Is our topic.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Having grown
And
up in one.
I want to do a quick shout out to Gina Marie and Peg, who said hello last week, and I didn't see that they said hello. So hello. I don't know if you're watching. I have still not yet to figure out how to work Facebook and talk to people while we do this. So we're going to have to figure that out. But thank you. Great show. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, I'm looking forward to next week already.
Great.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Thank
Take
for
care. It's a
watching.
great week to be selling real estate in Chicago.
You know it. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.